Hi friends, welcome back to Stitching with Grammy. Again, my name is Barbara Johns and this is Flosstube number 2. I just want to give a huge thank you for all of those people who decided to watch my first video and who left comments. I tried to comment back to yours. For some reason they disappeared, so I had to go find them in a different way. But I replied, and I'm just so touched. A lot of the theme in the comments was saying that I'm a natural. And I don't think I'm a natural at this technology and filming and all of that. What I am a natural at is talking and chatting. And as I mentioned in my first Flosstube, I work from home. I work for the state of Michigan, and when COVID hit, they sent us all home. So I work from home. I don't always have meetings. I don't always have interaction on Microsoft Teams. So I don't have a chance to really talk to people a lot. So I'm hoping that I'm a natural at that. And I'm hoping, obviously, that came through on my first video. So those who think I'm a natural at this recording, I'm not. I'm not really nervous. I just like to talk. And so I wish you were here talking with me. I wish I had a conversation. I had the conversation once with Stephanie from Pam and Steph's Just Keep Stitching, that I feel like I'm answering her back when she's doing, when Pam and Steph are doing their Flosstube and their banter back and forth. I feel like I'm in that conversation, and I'm in my living room. I'm not, live with them, obviously. So I hope that you can sit down and relax, get something to drink, put your feet up, get some stitching out, and have a conversation with me. And even if you put multiple comments in while we're talking, go ahead and add some comments down at the bottom. I really appreciate all of that. And if you're coming back, welcome. And if it's your first time, go check the other one. Since I only have 2 videos, it won't take a lot for you to get caught up. And I really, really, really would appreciate if you guys like and subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified when I come back again. Especially because I naturally want to talk to you. So anyway, let's get going. I know the first one was over an hour. I don't want to keep you guys that long, but one of my lovely, sorry, there's a lot of traffic right now. Sorry. A lot of, one of the commenters mentioned that, that the hours seemed, I think it was Annie, the proper stitcher, said that the hours seemed to go by really quickly. They didn't realize that the video was an hour because I was so natural. So if you need me to tell me to shut up, hit pause, or whatever. So let's get going. Okay, I'm going to do a couple shout outs and a couple thank yous because a couple of them were the first ones to comment on my video. And I'm holding up little cards. Hopefully you guys can read my writing. Melanie from Melly Ellie Stitches and her sister Melissa. She doesn't have a Flosstube, but she is the Snow Day Stitcher on Instagram. And they were both so kind to me in the messages. Melanie is a girl from Michigan. Well, both the girls are from Michigan, and I'm trying to get a meet and stitch with them so that, we can hang out and do some stitching together. So it was really great. I shouted them out in my first video because they're working on Liberty's Welcome, and they've got a lot of progress in it, and I haven't put any stitches in mine, so I'm not showing you that again. But I'd love to go and meet up with them and stitch on it. That would be so fun. So, hi Ellie, and Melissa. Nice to see you guys again. Another girl I'm going to give a shout out to. She does a video every day. I can't do an every day. We're trying to get a 2-week schedule, but that's my girl Artie. She's from way up in the UP. Artie, the vintage stitcher on Flosstube. She it's just a little update. She just real quick videos just to say how she's doing, and she got into this really big thing called Happy Mail, and for so many comments on her videos, every 100th will get a Happy Mail. She'll mail something to them And that has started a trickle effect of other people emailing, and it's just something really fun. So if you get a chance, go shout out, or don't shout out, go check her out. She's up every day. You've probably seen her, the Vintage Stitcher. So that's a couple shout outs, and all these girls are from Michigan. So yay. Let's see, where are we going from here? Life update. Not a whole lot going on in my life, except I'm working overtime. We're gearing up for fiscal year end at the state of Michigan. And as I mentioned, I work in IT finance for the Department of Health and Human Services. So my IT professionals keep all of the child welfare and child support systems up and running. Child abuse, child protective services, foster care, WIC, all those systems. Well, we are putting together our FY22 budgets, and it has to be cleared with the state budget office and the legislature. And girl, I'm telling you, overtime. But it's going to be paid overtime this time, so I got to do what I got to do. Team player, got to do what I got to do. So anyway, kind of cuts into my stitching and sleeping and sewing and time. So that's all I have for a life update. I'm going to borrow something right now from the Steel City Stitchers. If you don't know those girls, go check them out as well. Jody, who dyes beautiful fabric. Kristen, Erin, and Erica. Erin and Erica, I don't know where in Michigan, but I know those girls are from Michigan, but they all live in Pittsburgh right now. And they do a thing when they start their videos and it's a Zoom call. There are 4 of them in 4 different locations in their homes. And they record this Zoom recording, and that's their Flosstube. And it's called Steel City Stitchers. They're putting on their first retreat. The signups have already passed, and they've gotten way too many people for the number of seats they have available. So I got my fingers crossed that they got mine so I can go meet those girls. Anyway, long story short, they start out their videos with the best new thing. And I got to start out mine with the best new thing. Okay, are you guys ready? I'm going to have to lean down and pick her up, but I got to show you my best new thing, okay? Look it! You guys, I am so excited. Oh, I'm channeling my inner Lori Holt. I have a featherweight. Oh, I'm so excited. You have no idea. She needs to be cleaned up. She needs to be polished. I've already rewired her foot pedal, so she's got a brand new cord and everything is all safe. I'm going to order from Featherweight Shop. I'm going to order a tune-up kit, and I have been mechanically inclined my entire life. In high school, home ec class, I know they don't have home ec now, but they did back then. They had really good machines, but the good machines had, needed repair or needed thread taken out that were all about. So I'd get a little screwdriver and I'd undo these machines and I'd clean them out and I'd put them together so I could sew on the good machine in home ec class. In typing class, I did the same thing. The typewriter needed some little minor repair, so guess what? Got the little screwdrivers, I fixed the typewriter, so I got to have the cool typewriter in typing class, which they don't even have that anymore either. Anyway, I have a hair that's like sticking in my thing. So anyway, I'm so excited. And if you guys watch Lori Holt, some of you might not even get into quilting, you might not care. However, all of her vintage machines are named. And so when I knew she was coming to my home, I had to figure out a name for her. And I chose the name Edith. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome Edith as the new member of my family. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's my best new thing, right? Okay, sorry Edith. Okay, now I have another best new thing. And this is kind of prompted again by my girl Stephanie of Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. This is Steph. She does a segment now that I think should be called Sticking with Stephanie, but I don't know what she's calling it. She asked for input, and I forgot to send her a message, but I think I should be sticking with Stephanie because everybody's sticking with her stickers. Anyway, I decided instead of getting the year that's half over and getting something started, I happen to be in Home Goods. Of course, I was looking for Ray Dunn, like Stitching with the Housewives. I was looking for Ray Dunn. But guess what I found? A Ray Dunn 2022 planner. Okay, you say 2022, that's a few months away. But no, this is a 17-month planner. So guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, it starts in August. Yay! So not only does it have a month spread like this, like the Book of Days does, each page also has a week. So I can put each day what I stitch on, what I started, what I finished, what I'm stitching on, other plans. Like this day, my friend Kendra was going to come over and we were going to start working on Lori Holt's vintage Christmas quilt together. I graduated with her with my master's in public administration way back in 2009, and I've just seen her on Facebook. I haven't seen her since then, but she was going to come to my house and stitch every other Friday. Well, guess what? I got to work overtime, so I'm working on Fridays. So that's going to get postponed till the beginning of September, but there's a place I could write it. This is not a work-related planner. This is just my crafting planner. Stitching, quilting, getting together with friends that are going to be stitchy, and I'll go into that more in a little bit further in the video. But anyway, this is my second best new thing. And we're already 12 minutes, so I need to hustle up. Okay, so you met Edith, talked about the calendar. Thank you again. I just mentioned the comments and the questions. This is where I would bring up any questions that you guys had, that you asked me in the video below. On the previous video, nobody really asked any questions, but there were a lot of people saying that I was a natural. So thank you. Thank you for taking the time to comment. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Mary Jane, who made my first project bag that I bought off of Etsy, she was so touched that I shouted her out, that she shouted me out on Instagram and sent some people my way. Melly Ellie Stitches shouted me out in one of her Instagram posts, so that sent some more people my way. So please like the video and share, comment, tell your friends, subscribe, hit the notification, you know all the things, okay? Okay, so let's get into stitching. I'm so excited because guess what? I have a finish! I have a finish. You guys want to see my finish? I'm so excited. This is my very first Stitching with the Housewives. I have a finish! You guys, I have a finish! I am so excited. I'm so excited. This is stitched on a 28 count Jobelin. I got this from Fat Quarter Shop, and oopsie, I bought too many. So I will have this for the next Stitching with the Housewives project that I do, because this was a breeze to stitch on. I love it. Supposed to be 2 over 2 on 28 count, and that's how I started. Over on this side, that's how I started. This tree is 2 over 2, but I just really wanted more coverage, so the rest of this is 3 over 2. I'm sorry if that's not appropriate, if that's too much thread. Sorry. So I did that for the rest, 3 over 2. This letter, or this word, and, I don't like the way the stitches are laying, but I'm not ripping it out, because for this whole word, I tried to stitch in hand. My first time trying to stitch in hand. Okay? I don't like how it lays. I put it back in a Q-snap. So that's my other finish. It's not framed yet. I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby and get the frame. I've seen it. I know where to get it. I just haven't got it yet because next week it's going 50% off. So I'm gonna go get the frame. So next video you're gonna see a fully finished, and I can hang it on my wall at Christmas this year. I'm so excited. Yay! Okay. If you haven't seen Pumpkin Picking Days and the Halloween one, that's the back of the truck patterns that Priscilla and Chelsea have just released, oh my gosh, you need to go check it out because those are adorable. So that's my next one I'm going to stitch, is the Pumpkin Picking Day on the back of the truck. So cute. Okay, I've got another little bit of a finish, but we'll get to that in a minute because, sorry, I don't want to crinkle, and I need a sip. So, okay, that Stitching with the Housewives was my Jolly July project that I kind of stitched along with Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop. And it was my July cross stitch camp project. Again, Sherry at Colorado Cross Stitcher. Bless your heart, young lady. Bless your heart. Because she, I don't know if she has any happy little helpers helping her, but she has organized this, and so many people have donated prizes and giveaways that everybody who participates gets in the drawing for a prize, and I think they gave out 5 of those. And then everybody who finishes within the month and posts their finish before the end of the month goes in another drawing, and I think they had 2 of those giveaways in for July because so many people are donating project bags and finishing materials and patterns and you name it, people are donating it, and Sherry is organizing it and giving it out, and bless her heart, Sherry, woo, we love you. Thank you so much. Okay, so that brings me to my whips. My current whip is my August cross stitch camp project. I showed you this last time when we talked what I was going to do. And this is Blackbird Designs. 'Tis the season. I love it. I love it. However, I'm using silks like I told you before. Remember the end of my last video? I was petting these like a pretty kitty. They're so soft, I'm telling you. Classic Colorworks. Oh my gosh, you guys have to try these. There's still time. If anybody wants to get into the August cross stitch camp, go to look at Sherry, Colorado Cross Stitchers, number 12 Flosstube. Read all about it. You have to hashtag a certain hashtag. You have to @ Colorado Cross Stitchers in Instagram in order to be in the drawings, in the competition. And in August, you have to use a fabric or a floss that you've never used before. Okay, so that's why I'm doing silks. So, I started this. It's on, I kept my tag on here. It is on 40 Count Valor Newcastle Linen. And I got this from 123 Stitch. I left the tag on so I wouldn't forget. And here's what I have so far. I love this. However, I'm not really liking the flower. Because the fabric I chose, the little snowflake I mean, isn't, well, there it's showing up a little bit. And the other thing is I'm using 1 strand over 2, but I don't really like the coverage, and I don't like the variegation, how it shows so stripy in the bird. So, I decided when I went to the wing, I was going to go 2 over 2 for the bird. The leaves I'm going to leave like they are. But for the bird, I'm going to go, And you can kind of see from where it's darker, I've gone and stitched over what I've already stitched on. And where it's light, I haven't yet. So I'm going to stitch over this, and I'm going to do the rest of the bird 2 over 2. The leaves and everything else I'm going to leave the same 1 over 2. But that bird, I don't want as much stripey in it like it shows up. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay? My bird's going to be fluffier, okay? All right. I know some people, when they say, oh, you're doing 2 over 2 on 40 count, they kind of like look at me like I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy. I like it. So anyway, that's my whip for that. 1 down, a couple more to go. Okay, so my next whip, sorry, I don't know how you guys stay organized and how to make it look all pretty while we're filming this, because okay, this is Lori Holt's Kaleidoscope. It's a quilt book, and she makes beautiful quilts and pillows and all sorts of wonderful, beautiful stuff. And I don't want to show patterns. Here's a picture. The quilt and a couple pillows. Here's some more projects. Okay, but as you can see right there, there's a cross stitch pattern in it as well. I might have talked to you guys about this last time. I don't remember. Here's 6 different colorways that you can do. Okay, so I decided to do some fall colors. And I've been working on this as well because this is a Smalls exchange that I'm doing with let me find her little paper. My girl Angela at the Happy Little Stitch Shop. If you haven't checked her out and you're a quilter and a cross stitcher, go find her. There's a Facebook page, there's a Instagram, just go find her, okay? She does live videos once a week. She has a shop and she sells gorgeous fabrics and cross stitch patterns and threads and whatever you want. If you ask her, she'll get it in her shop and she'll sell it. She's wonderful. I love Angela. Hi, Angela. I hope you're watching. Go check her out. Happy Little Stitch Shop. Okay, part of her Facebook group, a lot of people are asking for Lori Holt stuff. Lori Holt this, Lori Holt this. And it just so happened that she's doing a live video and Lori Holt pops into her video. And so we're talking to Lori Holt. So Angela came up, I don't know who came up with this, somebody within the Happy Little Stitchers Facebook group came up with the idea to have a Lori Holt club. So the first year, you pay your dues, so to speak, and you're in the club for a year, and it's closed off right now. But within that club, we're having a Smalls exchange, and we have to have it in the mail by September 1st. So I'm using, and I think I might have talked about this in my last video, the person I have. Y'all know who she is. I'm not going to say her name. She may figure it out by me talking about it. But this is the project that I'm working on. It's Lori Holt's Kaleidoscope, and I got fall colors going on in here. So when this is done, I'm going to give it a really pretty finish, and I'll share that with you guys. If she sees it, she sees it. If not, my friends, you guys get to see it. But I'm really excited about it. And I don't know if I had this done at the last time I recorded. But here's my whoopsie fall project bag. Whoa, I just about knocked there's my little label. But it's so cute. I love it. And again, a truck. Everybody loves the trucks. Every season we've got a truck. I haven't had a whole lot of time to sew or to stitch because I've been working overtime. But I did have to finish another bag. I shouted her out last time. Showed the first bag, a big one I made for her. Here's the second one she wanted for her friend because she sent me so much fabric. So, Marianne, your bags are coming. I just got to find a box big enough to put your 17 by 17 project bag in. Well, guess what? My son works for a pizza company, so I'm going to get a pizza box and wrap it all up in a pizza box. So you're getting a special delivery. So these are going to go out in the mail with you as soon as I go get that box from him. But thank you, Marianne. I love you and I miss you. And hopefully we'll see each other soon when the snow starts flying here. I'm coming to Florida. Okay, so your bags are on their way. I wish I could just bring them to you, but I made one more. Here's another fall bag that I had time to make. I've got probably 6 more of these cut out and a lot more going on. If you notice some of these fabrics that you're seeing, just gonna talk about quilting. Here's a table runner. It looks real complicated, right? No, it's not. You guys can do this. You guys can do this. This is just 9 squares sewn together in 3 rows. You got 3, 3, and 3. Follow me? Then you take those 3 and 3 and cut it in half this way and cut it in half this way and then turn them. And that's what you get. And it looks like you spent hours and hours and hours. But you didn't. It's so easy. You guys can do it too. So maybe when I'm not working overtime and I have more time, maybe I'll do some videos showing you. It's called a disappearing 9 square. I think it's what it's called. And then I just put sashing across and then the border around the edges and machine quilted the top. And it's a table runner. But I wanted you guys to see it because I don't know about you, but I'm getting ready for fall. Aren't you? Fall. Look at these fall. I don't like fall normally, but with all these stitching patterns and quilting patterns and fabric, ooh, I'm getting the fall feels. I'm getting the fall feels. I even got, when I was at Home Goods, they have skinny, like, coffee cream, not creamer, but coffee flavoring that you get, like, if you go to a coffee shop or whatever, and they have skinny ones, and it was pumpkin spice. It was in July, and I got pumpkin spice. But anyway, here's what I've been sewing on. So we'll talk about sewing some more in a minute. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, that kaleidoscope pattern. There was a couple more things that I just wanted to bring out. You can pick whatever fabric and whatever colors that you want. Lori gives suggestions. Kimberly Jolly has just started to do this in her stitch along. I think it was on her Tuesday Stitchy Talk video. It was a live, but you can catch the replay. Go check it out on the colors that she started it with. But I just picked up some fabric and some random colors. And, you know, you could do it red, white, and blue, patriotic. You could do another one that's more subdued, like Christmas colors, and hang it at Christmas time. You can use the same frame, stitch them all on the same size count fabrics, and then switch it out in that frame for every season. Or not even put it in a frame. Finish it like Priscilla and Chelsea do theirs on sticky board with magnets and magnetize it on something and swap it out. That pattern only has 3 colors. And you can use all reds and from a dark red to a light red. It's so versatile. Go check out that pattern. It's in the Kaleidoscope book from Lori Holt. Okay, those are my whips. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know that I have more whips than that. I showed you some last time. But I'm not digging out all of my whips. Because I'm only going to be digging out the ones that I've touched since the last video. And I think that's standard process for Flosstubers. But I really need to do a whip parade to get y'all up to date on what's in my what's on deck, so to speak, and who's at bat. These are the ones at bat. There's a whole bunch more on deck if you're into baseball or softball. Okay, so those were my whips. Quilting. I'm gonna intersperse quilting. There's, oh my gosh, if you're a quilter, like I said, Angela, Happy Little Stitch Shop, go check out. She does release parties, okay? She will do live videos showing the mock-ups, the booklets, the pamphlets, whatever they're called, from Riley Blake and Moda and whoever else are the designers and whatever, showing all the new fabrics that are coming up. And then, of course, telling about all the stitch-alongs. Well, girlfriend, last night was the Riley Blake one, and Lori Holt herself was on the video, or on the chat with us, talking about her new stuff that's coming out. I'm telling you, next year, you think it's good now. Stitch just came out. The cookbook fabric line's coming out in December. Oh my gosh, next year she's got more stuff coming out. She's expanding her chunky threads, which is like a lighter weight yarn. And she's doing a granny square crochet along. Oh my gosh, you guys, go check out Angela at Happy Little Stitch Shop. The other thing that she talked about in the Moda release party I don't know when that was, a few days ago or a week ago. I don't know. It's working overtime. So anyway, go check out the Moda, because that one has Blackbird design fabric. And it's gorgeous. So I'm telling you right now, when that fabric comes out, I will be making project bags out of Blackbird design fabric for all of our Blackbird design projects. Just putting that out there. I don't know if I'm going to do an Etsy shop. I don't know if I have time to do that. I don't know if I do what some of other makers are doing, and when they get enough made, they put an Instagram, be here at this time, at this day, and this is what I have, and first come, first serve. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But what I am doing, I'll tell you about that. Give me a couple seconds, and I'm going to go through a few more things, and we'll talk about that. Okay, so like I said, coming up, my plans are, I'm going to finish the August cross stitch camp, 'Tis the Season Blackbird design project. That's going to be done. I'm going to do the Smalls Exchange Kaleidoscope Lori Holt. I got to get that done and in the mail by September 1st for my wonderful Secret Santa Smalls Exchange person. Even though it's not Christmas yet, we're doing it anyway. So then I'm going to the Trick-or-Treating with the Housewives Fall 2021 Fall Retreat in the end of September. And so I still need to get the project for that and get that stitched, because part of that retreat is working with Priscilla and Chelsea on finishing it. And they're going to give us all the supplies and all of that good stuff. So I'm so excited, because I got to get that project done. And speaking of retreats, I talked to my girl, where's my other, Kim, and her daughter Ashley at Stitch Etc. They're the ones who are putting on the retreat. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of them, but they're the ones that provide all of the wooden finishing items, the paddles and the shapes that are painted in all the cool colors. They've got 2 new oranges that came out. They've got pumpkin. It's so cute. Go check them out. Stitch Etc. You just message Kim or Ashley in the Facebook. Just message in the comments what you want. They read that. They invoice you, and they ship it to you. And they're so wonderful. So they're the ones that are putting on the retreats. And in that retreat, they're allowing makers of stuff to have a table or a booth within the stitching room, as long as it's something that they don't sell. Obviously, Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea are bringing their whole trunk show and all of their patterns I can't wait to put my hands on their models and look at them. They're so... So anyway, a little bit of a backstory. When they started talking about this retreat and where they were going to have it, and Annie, the proper stitcher, I know I have your card in here too. Annie, I'm shouting you out again too. Annie and Kim are the ones that are really coordinating this and planning it, and they spent a weekend down in the hotel where the retreat is, and from that hotel, they went to all the different local needlework shops in the area to give us a rundown of how far away it is and what route we should take, and if we're going to be gone in the morning, if we'll be back for a class in the afternoon, all that stuff. And they put it out on a video for us. So thank you, Annie and Kim, for doing all that legwork for us. Okay, so we are going to be able to have a table to sell items. Well, I'm going to have a table, and my girl, my little sister, Kara, at Crafty Kara, who I never knew before StitchCon, walked into StitchCon, took her under my wing, had her as my little sister all weekend, and shared a room with me because she didn't have one booked. I'm like, come on. And so her and I are going to have a table. And we're going to be selling a whole bunch of fun stuff. We're also going to have giveaways, freebies, like it's going to be like trick-or-treating around there. And so let me see if I can show you. I'm making these little pulls or little charms or whatever, and this has lipstick and a shoe, and there's a bunch of different ones. The little charms that are going to go on your project bags or whatever. This is a heart and a key. So I'm just making a bunch of these, and these will be our giveaways at the table so people can come around to all the different tables and basically go trick-or-treating because it's a trick-or-treating retreat, right? So that's what we're going to do for that. But at the table, I'm going to be selling project bags, and I got something else. And I don't know if any of you guys watch Brenda and the Cereal Starter. My girl Laura, hi Laura. She talked about it in their most recent video last week. And also, Mama Loves You GB, she talked about it in her Flosstube, and I think that's where Laura got the idea. But what the idea is that you take a photo and you order business cards from Vistaprint. And on one side you put a picture, and on the other side, what they're using, what Mama Loves You GB, what she put on hers is DMC, and then a place where you can write which DMC color it is. Put a little hole at the top with a little hole punch, and then you put the big hole at the bottom with a bigger hole punch, and they're floss tags. Okay, so they're talking also about if everybody makes them with pictures that they like, they're talking about trading them like Pokemon cards, like swapping back and forth these floss hangers. What a brilliant idea. So that got my mind running, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys follow Priscilla and Chelsea at all. Stitching with the Housewives. If you don't, what the heck's wrong with you? Even if you don't like her patterns or don't like stitching on black, go follow them because it's the comedy alone. They're so funny and they're the nicest people, and I cannot wait to meet them. Hi, Priscilla and Chelsea and Cash. I can't wait to meet them. Okay, so when we started talking about this retreat, Priscilla went and evidently Googled it or somehow figured out that there's a Starbucks in the parking lot at this retreat, right? Near the hotel where we're going to be. And so this retreat has been coined the Starbucks retreat, right? Okay, so when I was at StitchCon, I went to Starbucks. And it's inside, right inside their Target. And I look down as I'm waiting for the young man to make my coffee, the barista. And there's a little card in there that you could use to write a thank you, to write a comment, to write any complaints. It's a customer service card. Mind you, I was at StitchCon. Okay, so on the back of this card, isn't that beautiful? I'm like, that has to be stitched. Somebody needs to stitch that. Okay, so when this Laura and Mama Loves You GB idea came up, ding, 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 ding. Okay, this idea came to me. It hit me. It's like right after I watched Laura. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stitch this. And I'm going to make floss drops for the retreat. I'm so excited. Okay, here's my other finish I told you about earlier. You guys, look. Oopsie. Isn't that cute? If you notice, these are all the colors. All the colors that Priscilla loves, that she uses, all in all of her projects. Same fabric, and it's stitched in all her colors. I put a red heart and then all the other colors that she loves. I'm getting an order at Vistaprint. It's already there, ready to come to me. It's going to say Starbucks Retreat at the top. And then on the back of the card, I'm going to put Trick or Treating with the Housewives 2021 Fall Retreat. I'm sorry, my dog is wanting to be in the video. Come here. Come here. Come here. Say hi, Shadea. No, not. This is Shadea. Her daddy was my Shih Tzu. His name was Shaggy. And her mama was a mini dachshund that belonged to my daughter. So her daddy is a Shih Tzu named Shaggy. Her mama is a mini dachshund named Daisy. Shaggy, Daisy, Shadea. See how I did that? So this is Shadea. I keep her cut down pretty tight, and she looks to me like a mini Cocker Spaniel. But she's about, I think she'll be 6 in April. And she's my baby. She is my baby, and she doesn't like it that I don't pay her attention. She knows what time it is, and usually we're in my lazy boy with my feet out, stitching, and she's in between my feet on the lazy boy. And she knows we're not there right now, so she's coming and bothering me. So anyway, that's Shadea. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so I'm going to make those into floss tags for the Trick-or-Treating with the Housewives retreat. I'm going to kind of go into haul now. Speaking of Kim and Ashley, whew, you guys, I was talking to Kim about having this table at her retreat and selling project bags. And she said, oh, I've got a lot of fabric. You think you could use some fabric? And I'm like, well, sure, yeah, send me what you got. Yeah, I'll always take fabric. I could make some bags. You guys, she sent me a box of fabric. I am not going to go through all of them because they are so gorgeous. But grapes, wine labels, more wine labels, Chardonnay. You guys, I'm project bags, wine, leaves, more of those. You guys, this is Sauvignon Blanc, or however you say it. These are like vintage labels. Look at this one. It's gorgeous. You guys, anybody wants wine-themed project bags, hit your girl up. Look at this with the blues. Oh my gosh. you guys. I just looked at this really quick. I literally received it before I hit record on my video. Corkscrews. All the writing in the back. You guys. Bordeaux. I can't even pronounce it. Bordeaux. What I don't read French or whatever it is. Oh my gosh. You guys. That's just some of them. Look at, there's Paris themed. There's birds. There's, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm going to make such beautiful fabric project bags. Here's one for the real reason of Christmas. Look at that nativity. And then the inside of the bag, I'm going to put these gold snowflakes. You guys, isn't this gorgeous? Kim and Ashley, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for giving this to me. It was above and beyond, and I truly appreciate it. And I'm going to share some of this fabric with Kara because we're going to have a table. She also makes a different type of project bag. So together, we're going to have project bags. We're going to have just a ton of stuff at the table for you guys that are going to that retreat. People who are not going to the retreat, let me know if you want any of this stuff. There's hundreds. I don't even know how many. I didn't count how many, like, fat quarters, or I don't know if they're all fat quarters or fat halves. So much fabric, you guys. It's so gorgeous. There's some with bees. There's some Christmas. There's so many cute. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where to start. Look at this. Birds and feathers that go with those birds. Aren't these gorgeous? Okay, I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to meet Kara halfway. She lives near Indianapolis, and I'm, like I said, mid-Michigan, just south of Lansing. So we figured Fort Wayne-ish is about halfway. And so one day we're going to just get up at the crack of dawn, or we're going to go meet somewhere really early in the morning, and we're going to stitch, and we're going to plan out what we're going to sell, and I'm going to give her some of this fabric, and she's going to give me some other vinyl stuff because she has the Cricut and she's making all this vinyl stuff. A lot of it's Starbucks themed, so keep that in mind because this is the Starbucks retreat, right? So that's going to be so much fun, so I can't wait. A little bit more haul. I don't know if I showed any of this. Some of it I got when I was at Keepsakes down at StitchCon. And my girl, Sue Hillis, I got her harvest. Oh, look at those. I got to do this one. I got to do that one. It's so cute. Blackbird design. Winds of Autumn. There's so many beautiful things in here. You guys. Remember, I'm the one that says I'm not doing samplers. I'm doing samplers. Another shout out I'm going to do is to my girl Mo at Mo's Needle and Thread. It's at 120 Maple Street in Portland, Michigan. Okay? She is my closest local needlework shop. Hi, Mo. If you ever watch this, you guys, it's the closest one, but look at cross stitch pattern sale. Do you see that? 20% off all in stock patterns. That's the date. Anybody want to meet me in Portland that day? We can stitch after we go to her shop. Let me know in the comments. If you're from Michigan and you want to meet me at Portland on one of those days, let your girl know. We're going to go stitch and we're going to go buy some patterns. But I did buy patterns when I was there. I have basically bought all her 40 count fabric because she's got orders that have been back ordered and back ordered and back ordered. So I bought most of her 40 count before. But I thought this was pretty. It's 32 count limestone Lugana. I like a Lugana, but it's still in the plastic. All this stuff is still in the plastic. I don't know if you guys want me to take it out. This is Hands-On Design, a Harmony in Autumn. It's a little square pin keep and a scissor fob, and it comes with this little plaid felt. Whoopsie, I showed the pattern a little bit. Sorry, Kathy. But anyway, I got that. This one I want to stitch up and send to my girl Stephanie. Okay? And that wine fabric, Pam, I got a bag for you coming. I thought about you when I saw that fabric. But I want to stitch this up and send it to Stephanie. Because you know why she loves the fox? They've had a fox out in their backyard. I think last year before I got into cross stitch again and before I found Flosstube, I guess they had a family of foxes in their backyard. But I saw this and thought of you, Stephanie. So I hope you watch my video and check out my fox pattern I want to stitch for you. It's becoming fall, so I'm in a fall stitching mood. So I got Plum Street Sampler, Hello Fall. Isn't that cute? It's not in your face orange pumpkin, you know, Halloween fall. It's subtle fall. It's beautiful fall. It's fall, y'all. Not quite yet. But you know what? Something else I thought of. I saw a crow. I saw a black bird. I saw a blackbird outside. And you know, you see them all the time. But for some reason, since I got back into stitching, before I just thought, oh, those nasty vulture type birds, ugh. Now when I see a blackbird, I think of Blackbird Designs. I like those blackbirds now. It's crazy. Crazy. Okay, so, you know, fall's coming. Hello, fall. Okay, now, goodbye, fall. See ya. It's another Plum Street Sampler. Yeah, Plum Street Samplers. Sorry for the glare. Goodbye, fall. Isn't that cute? And a little bit of snowflakes coming in there. Just a little. Remember how I showed you my spring and I took out all the snowflakes because I didn't like them in there? I'm not going to take the snowflakes out because it's saying goodbye. I'm going to leave those in. I got another Plum Street. Do you sense a theme? I like Plum Street Samplers. Here's another one, Home for Christmas. This one's finished as a little pillow. I just love the colors in there. Again, not up in your face red and green of Christmas. A more subdued Christmas. That's what I like. So, I'm going to stitch that eventually. I have to do a smalls exchange for the retreat that I'm going to, the Stitching with the Housewives. So I found this pattern. Oopsie, I grabbed two. And I think I'm going to stitch that little part, Autumn. For that's going to be my exchange gift for, not the whole thing, but just that part, just the Autumn. And I'm going to stitch that up for my smalls exchange. I don't know if I showed you this last time. It's more stuff that I bought when I was at StitchCon. And I don't know if I'm going to go and get all of them. But I might do this now because I don't know who it was. It's another Flosstuber, and I totally apologize for not calling you out and shouting you out and telling who did it. I can't remember who it was. But somebody is stitching Hello from Liz Matthews, Days of Christmas, all together over one on, I think, 32 count, and stitching all 12 days on one piece of fabric. So I thought, oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to do it. So I need to go back and get 1, 2, and 3, and I think 5's out now. And I got mine signed by the lovely Liz Matthews. Hi, Liz! At StitchCon. She was at Weekend Bee, and oh my gosh, she's such a sweet person. Here's a couple more things I got at StitchCon. I don't know if I showed you this before or not. It's the Blue Flowers Tudor Swan. Love it! And here's another one, and this I got signed by Sue Hillis, and I'm excited to stitch some of these soon because, you know, it's coming into Christmas. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to be stitching some of these. And I love on the back of this, there's my girls, Pam and Steph, and just keep stitching. They're so sweet. They're so they're so fun. They're so fun. And here's some more of Sue Hillis. Is just a wonderful, I love that one with the winter scene with the trees and the snow. That's beautiful. I might have to go buy that one. And then there's Hello Halloween. She's got a thing for trucks. Look at that one. Hello Autumn. That one is a cute one too. Might have to go stitch that. Just gotta stitch all the things, but I don't have time. Here's another Sue Hillis. You guys, if I showed you these last time, I'm really sorry because, you know, now I'm getting to an hour. And here's something else that I got to sit with Pam at her table, Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching, while she stitched on this. That is the model of Keepsakes. The house, it's a house. That's where Keepsake Shop is, down in the outskirts of Cincinnati, Ohio. It is in a house. And Pam was stitching that. It was so beautiful. And there's 310, their little house cat. And this can all be stitched with keepsakes on the top. And then all 12 of these designs all stitched together. My girl Kara. Hi Kara, Crafty Kara. She's stitching this as well. And so each of those, it started out as a retreat piece that you could only get if you went to that retreat. But now they sell it. This is the only place you can get this is at Keepsake. But these are available, and these are the 12. 4 come to a leaflet. There's books 1, 2, and 3. And so I got all of these. And these will make cute little smalls. If you want a gift for a stitchy friend that you know stitches as well, you can whip one up into an ornament or a little gift and give it to them on a little box maybe with some goodies in it or whatever. They're so cute. Or you can stitch all 12 of them together and put them on the bottom as like a sampler. Look at that sampler one. Gorgeous! Sue Hillis is so talented. So, and I also got one more piece of haul. This is my Bee in My Bonnet. It's a Lori Holtz book stand. And my 2-year-old granddaughter came over for a visit and found a pencil. So I gotta clean off the pencil marks, because she decided to scribble on Grandma's pretties. So anyway, that's my haul. I did get one more thing, and I got a lot of finishing stuff, but I only have one that's right here. The rest I forgot, took them upstairs to my sewing room. But Hobby Lobby had these on clearance, and they have a whole bunch of different sizes. And you know how I was saying you could put something really cute on the top? That's what I'm going to do with this. And maybe give it away as a gift. Maybe. Who knows? I was going to do a giveaway today, but I don't have all that stuff ready. I didn't pull out what it was I was going to give away. So how about if we do this? How about if you are ready to be a fall stitcher and you want to win a fall project bag, zipper by Annie zipper, vinyl front, quilted, soft and stable, so it's really thick. It stands up. It's not the woo floppy ones. If you want to stitch fall, I'm going to figure out how to do it, and I'm going to do the random comment picker. So say the word, I want to stitch fall. Fall will be the word that I look for. So again, yeah, you got to be 18 because I need your address. Don't say giveaway. Don't say free. Don't say I want to win. Just say the word fall so I can use the random comment picker and pick the person, and I'll record that, and we'll give away on the next video. I'll tell you who won. So I don't know when my next one's going to be, but there's a giveaway. So fall. Okay, so one more thing that I want to talk about is if you guys watched, if you're into quilting, Celeste creates, she has a Flosstube. She also has a quilty tube. And a lot of people are asking basic questions about quilting. So she went over all the supplies that you need. But she's starting a beginner series quilt along. And Annie, the proper stitcher, is also helping out. Annie, I'm giving you a whole bunch of shout outs today. That's number 3. Love you, Annie. So anyway, Annie and Celeste are going to be doing this beginner series quilt along, so you can learn the basic tips and tricks. And that'll be really cool. The other thing that I wanted to talk about are community involvement, getting together with fellow stitchers in your area. Pam and Steph do a wonderful thing called Stitch Harmony. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon and do what they're doing, but Facebook has tons and tons of groups. Okay, I'm going to use my frame of reference because I'm in Michigan, but I'm sure if you go out and search on Facebook, you're going to find groups of like-minded stitchers from your state or local area. So in Michigan, we have 2 prominent ones. One has about over 1,000 members, and that's called Michigan Cross Stitch. And the other one is Cross Stitchers of Michigan Unite. And there's about 460 members in that. In that, I'm in mid-Michigan. So I'm going to post a get-together for our group of mid-Michigan stitchers. This time I might do it in Portland because of that sale. If you are in and around, as Stephanie says, in or around the area of Portland, Michigan, on that weekend, probably that Saturday at 2 o'clock, I'm going to go in these rooms, Facebook rooms, and make an event. I'm going to create an event. And if you are a member in those rooms, you'll get the event invite. Plus, we'll post reminders or whatever. So, go in your state, see if your state has any Facebook groups, because those events can invite you all, and then you can put it on your calendars and you can go and meet and stitch and get together with fellow stitchers. The Michigan or Cross Stitchers of Michigan Unite book, or that room, because Michigan, you know, like I said before, is the mitten. I did it backwards last time. It's a mitten, and so we've got people over on, you know, Lake Michigan side, Grand Rapids area that are setting up these events. We've got people in Brighton, we've got people in Ypsilanti, all over on the other side of the state. We haven't gotten up in the UP yet, but maybe that's something. Artie, if you're watching, get involved in these groups on Facebook and set up a UP meet and stitch. And usually they're like once a month or every 2 weeks or whatever you guys decide. And it's just a way to get stitchers together. As the COVID restrictions are lifting, as people are starting to get out and get with other people, our first Michigan Lansing area one, we met at the food court of the Lansing Mall. And there were only 4 of us, but it was great. And there's going to be more people next time. And the time after that, we're just going to keep building on these groups of people that get together because we have this common interest of stitching. And isn't that the great thing? Isn't that what it's all about? Is getting together with friends and stitching. A couple more Flosstubers that I watched that you guys need to go take a look at, okay? This one, you know, all the whips that I started, Stitch Mania, did 21 new starts, plus I've started all these other ones since. I got lots of whips. So I keep hearing this stuff about Whip Go, okay? Everybody else is in Whip Go. It was started by Jessie Marie Does Stuff, and I don't know how many years it's been going on, but every month you set up your bingo card. Pam does it on Pam and Steph Just Keep Stitching, so she talks about it a lot. And every month Jessie will draw 2 numbers. And of those projects that are the numbers that correspond with your chart that you set up, it's like bingo, only it's called Whip Go. A whip is a work in progress, whatever. Then you work whatever the goal is. I'm going to use Pam as an example. Her goal in a lot of her projects is to work 10 hours on it. Some people, if they're doing like something that's repeated, like their goal is to do one of those little squares, like the Country Cottage Needlework's little Christmas village or whatever. Whatever your goal is, then you need to get that goal completed within that month. And there's 2 numbers called each month. And then when you get a whip go, bingo, you get a whip go. And it's just a way to get the different whips going. And one person that I watched for the first time was Heather North. She has a Flosstube, and her whip goes, she does whip go Wednesday. So Wednesdays are the day, and then she has whip go weekends. So her weekends do her day. Okay, sorry about that. I had to hit pause because my son came, because guess what? Mama's got a washer and dryer, so he needed to come and do his laundry. So anyway, I was talking about Heather North and Flosstube, and she does her whip go. She has whip go Wednesdays, and she has whip go weekends. So I think when the new year starts, when we make new whip go boards, I think I'm going to participate in that starting in January. Because, of course, I'm going to do all this stitching for these retreats, stitching the Smalls Exchange. I'm going to do some quilting projects. I'm going to do a lot between now and Christmas. But I've got all these whips and all these other wonderful projects that I just showed you from my haul that I want to start. So I am going to put them in the whip go rotation and have my whip go goals for some of these projects. Like Liberty's Welcome is huge. I'm going to have that one. I want to get these things done. I have Teresa Koget's Land That I Love. I love that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I want to get done. A lot of blackbirds. I want to do a lot of stitching. And so I want to do whip go. That's one thing I want to do. But I also wanted to do like some kind of a decision wheel or somehow. Olivia, I didn't make a card for you. I'm so sorry. Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. She has a rotation, and she explains it in her rotation how she picks what project she's going to work on. Some people have a focus project that I'm going to focus on this, but I'm also going to do some of these other things. I think that then you know what you're going to do. I think a decision wheel might be kind of fun. It might take, it'll make it fun because you don't know what you're going to stitch on, or I don't know. Blackbird Weekends, Brenda and the Serial Starter. I didn't make a card for you guys. Brenda and Laura, everybody knows you guys. Along with somebody else, started the Blackbird Weekends. And the first full weekend of each month is Blackbird Design Weekends. And so I've got some, as I showed you last time, I've got a bunch of those started. So I'm going to work on those. I like when like there's the camp, cross stitch camp. When there's, I don't want to say deadlines because there is no deadline, but it's just something that you can participate in that gets you on somewhat of a schedule to get things done. It's a goal-oriented, so you're just not randomly doing whatever. Because, I got enough random whatevers. And doing this video has also shown me that I need a haircut. I need a haircut and a color. That's on my bucket list too to get done in the next couple weeks. So it'll be a little different next time you see me. I don't during the day. You guys should feel privileged because I wear my hair down for these two videos. Most of the time you're going to see it up and see me with a ball cap on. If you saw me at StitchCon, that's how I was. I wear a ball cap or a hat of some sort, or I had my hair up in a bun or up in a ponytail, something. So I have just decided to wear it down. I don't go to work. A lot of times my team meetings during work is audio. I don't have to turn my camera on. Sometimes I do because it's nice. That it puts the personal touch in it. That's what I miss about not working in an office. But it's really nice to just roll out of bed, turn on your computer, and be in your pajamas all day. And when you get a 10-minute break, guess what? I could throw a load of laundry in when my kids' laundry's not in it. Or at lunchtime, I could do the dishes if I wanted to do the dishes. But if I don't, I don't have to. I can go sit out on my deck. I can, I can cook my own lunch. Healthy eating. When I went back to work, I mentioned my shoulder surgery. I had done the keto diet before, and lost about 60 pounds before, and then COVID hit, and so I put part of that back on. Well, when I went after my shoulder surgery, when I went back to work, I said, okay, I'm going to do keto, strict. Boom. I have to like rip the Band-Aid off and just do it. And so I'm almost down 50 pounds since going back to work at the end of March. So I'm pretty happy about that. So going to work is harder because you got to pack the right kinds of foods, and you got to, now I can go make a ham and cheese omelet or cook some bacon on my lunch break. I can make good, healthy, keto-fied food. So I really like that. Okay, so I was talking about when I got interrupted by my son and then went off on that tangent. Some other Flosstubers. There's a couple more I'm going to talk about. Janet Jabber. I found her video. She's cool. Go check her out. I said, I showed you, I don't know if I showed you the pictures of my craft room. If not, I'm going to put them in this video too. I'll put it at the end. I did put some in my Raggedy Ann and Andy's that I made. I did. And I noticed in Janet Jabber's video, she has a Raggedy Ann up behind her on a shelf. I don't know if she made that. I haven't reached out to ask her. So, Janet, if you watch this, put it in the comment below if you made that Raggedy Ann. Also, Annie, I'm calling you out again. Annie, the proper stitcher. She got a really cute, different looking Raggedy Ann. It's not the typical Raggedy Ann that you see, that you know, that we've grown up with. There's a little twist on it, and it's so cute. And it kind of goes with her Humpty Dumpty that she has on the shelf behind her in her beautiful new craft room. You guys, if you have not watched any of Annie the Proper Stitcher's Flosstubes, go check it out. Her room is beautiful. Beautiful. And all that fabric that's back there and some of her recent finishes. Annie, it's so gorgeous. I just want to come play in your craft room. Can we? I don't know where you are. I don't remember where you are. And I think you might have been one that had a daughter that came and visited a college in Michigan. If so, let me know which college it is, because I've either worked at or attended a couple of the colleges in the state of Michigan. So let me know where she checked out, okay? So anyway, this is the last one. I'm going to wrap it up for this because I'm over an hour again. You guys, I'm telling you, I'm not a natural at the video recording and the editing and putting all the stuff and link below. I don't know if I got all that. And I'm pretty computer savvy, but I got to figure out how to do that. Anyway, I love to gab. That's what I'm good at. As I said in the beginning, I'm good at gabbing. But if you have ever, you got to go check out Chrissy, Finally a Farm Girl. She had to leave her farm. They sold the farm and they moved into a different community. Her house is gorgeous. It's the way it's been decorated. But she is a model sister. She might be a sister. I don't know. But she's a model stitcher for Twin Peaks Primitive. And I don't know if you're familiar with Twin Peaks Primitive. If you're on Instagram, if you have not seen what they've been posting as sneak peeks to Needlework Expo. Needlework Expo started, I believe, in April. And because of COVID, it took place of their big Nashville Needlework Market, which is like a convention for designers and shop owners to go and look at all the patterns and buy stuff at the trunk shows that all the designers have. It was a big deal they had every year in Nashville. Well, obviously with COVID, they couldn't do it. And I don't recall who the person was who created the Needlework Expo, but it was all virtual. It was all done virtually. In Zoom rooms, the designers could hang out in a room, and the shop people could come into each of those rooms within Zoom, in their breakout rooms, the video, however it works, and talk to the designers and talk about have the designers show their upcoming whatevers. Oh my gosh, Twin Peaks Primitive is going to have some awesome. They decided that Nashville Needlework Market or Needle Market, whatever it's called, is going to continue now in March. But they like the Needlework Expo idea, and so the powers that be, obviously I had nothing to do with it, but they decided they're going to continue in August of every year doing Needlework Expo, and they'll have the in-person one in March in Nashville, Needlework Market. I think those are the names. Anyway, so August, all the designers are gearing up for their new stuff. And on Facebook, and I think Facebook, but I know on Instagram, they're giving sneak peeks. All of these designers are giving little snippets, little sneak peeks. Oh my gosh, you guys, you got to go check out Twin Peaks Primitive. One of the models that Chrissy, finally a farm girl, that she's been stitching is Abraham Lincoln. I don't know exactly the name of the print or the pattern. Oh my gosh, you guys have got to go check out Chrissy's video and look at that. It's huge, and she did such a gorgeous job of stitching it, and it is so beautiful. Chrissy, I love it. You are such a talented stitcher. And the designers, the twins in the Netherlands, Pam and Stephanie are giving away, well, Twin Peaks too, if you buy one of their Springfield sampler, if you buy that, you're in a drawing to go with them on a trip to the Netherlands. Well, because of COVID, that trip got canceled, but they are going to draw names for everybody that has bought that pattern a certain way, and Pam and Steph can clear that up. If you don't know the particulars, go check out their Flosstubes. They talk about it every week. But the prize now is $1,000. So, girls, boys, whoever, go check out their patterns. They've got some really cute ones coming out at Needlework Expo. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait to get my grubby little hands on them. Speaking of that, Teresa Kogut. I love Teresa Kogut, another Michigan girl. Hi, Teresa. I hope you watch me sometime. I know you're a very, very busy person. You're an artist. You're a designer. You're a new cross-stitcher. I see you've been cross-stitching. Yay! I can't comprehend how you can design such gorgeous, beautiful pieces that we all stitch, and you're not a stitcher. It blows my mind, but I'm so glad you design what you design. Remember I told you about Angela Happy Little Stitch Shop? In the Riley Blake design fabric release party, oh my gosh, it's not out for this Halloween, but it's out next Halloween. And her whimsy characters, she's got a fabric line coming out, a Halloween whimsy witches, or what, I don't know exactly the name of it, but it's whimsy witch. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so cute. Teresa, I'm sure, will have a release video of her own when she shows it, if she hasn't already. She does have another fabric line that's out very, very soon. In fact, orders, it might be shipping to shops now. That's her woodland. That's her new release, her new sampler that's out. The pattern, the fabric matches it. Speaking of grubby little hands, I cannot wait to get my grubby little hands on her fabric. Because, of course, you got to make a project bag to go along with her fabric, or to go along with her cross-stitch pattern. So I know she has a whimsy witch pattern. I saw it at StitchCon at her trunk show. So I want to make project bags. So those, I'm going to get some of that fabric. It's so cute. Teresa, it's so cute. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. So, I don't think I have anything else. Remember the giveaway for this project bag, just one bag. Say fall in the comments. You got a couple weeks until I'm going to be back on again, so got a couple weeks, so tell all your friends. Well, if you tell too many, then they might enter too, but whatever. But I've got a giveaway this time, so hopefully you guys are all excited about fall and fall stitching. I know summer's not over. I don't want to rush the season because I love summer. That's my favorite time. But for some reason this year, I don't know why. I want fall. I don't know why, because I've got a huge maple tree in my front yard and I got to rake a lot of leaves. And I don't like that. And I don't like winter. I do not like Michigan winters whatsoever. I was in a near fatal auto accident and almost died in the Michigan winters, and I don't like them. I don't want to be in Michigan in the winter, but I am. But thankfully, I don't have to drive to work anymore. Yay! So, I don't have a fancy way of closing my video yet. And I obviously don't have my granddaughter with me, so Stitching with Grammy, she's not here. Hopefully soon she'll be able to join us and we'll have some fun. But, you know, I just love you guys. The welcome, I feel so welcome into this Flosstube community. Some people commenting on my first video or liking my first video who I think of as the greats in this Flosstube game. Thank you guys. Thank you for welcoming me. I don't want to get emotional, but you know, I love this community. So get together with your friends and meet and stitch. Until next time, you guys, take care. Love each other. Artie always says, be kind. I don't want to close the way everybody else closes, but man, we can do better. Not us personally, but be the example to those around us. You know, just be kind. You may not always agree with everybody. You may not always have the same thoughts and, you know, political belief. I don't want to get political. Plus, trust me, I don't want to get political. But you may not think the same way as someone else. And it's okay to have differences. It's okay to like different patterns in cross stitch. It's okay to stitch with 3 strands of thread over 2 instead of whatever. It's okay. It's okay. We're all different and we all like different things. And that's what makes us as cross stitchers unique, that we can come together in our differences and still love on each other and still stitch with each other and still get together and have a great time. So, find someone, whether you do Stitch Harmony with Pam and Steph, or you get on Facebook groups in your area and you sign up and get involved and watch the events unfold in front of you. If you don't have a Facebook group like that in your state, create one. Put it out there. Hey, let's have a meet and stitch. Make an event and invite people that come and sign up in your Facebook group. Get together, meet and stitch. Until next time, go meet and stitch. Okay? Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.